G'day, everybody. Welcome back to the show. For those of you who don't know who we are, um, we're a group of astral sailors who spend our time flying around trying to shut down the cabal and their allies. We know that everything they want to do needs to be completed in the spiritual realm before it steps down into the physical realm. And so we're flying up there to stop it at the spiritual point. So I just wanted to share with you a synopsis of the last handful of missions that we've had. And they've all had similar features, but I think we're getting close to completing this task. So today is the 7th of June, and this is the third mission we've had working on a global ley line grid. We had two choke points that we worked on. One was was in India near the Pakistani border, and they created a choke on the ley lines, and it prevented energy flowing into the western half of India. It was really quite alarming, but our team doing our thing, we released that, and they're good to go again. The second choke point was a manufactured one in Baden, I think, or near the in Germany near the Austrian and Czech borders. And that one was more interesting because it was about locking in a 1940s wartime mentality into that region. It was really quite bizarre. It wouldn't allow it to go on for that to progress. And so I don't know what's going on in Baden, but I hope that we stopped that. Well, I know we stopped something, but those ley lines are flowing the way they should, and they're updating back into the rest of the grid. What was really interesting with this toxic energy, it sort of created a cyst or a capsule of toxic ley line fuel that wouldn't integrate with the people and was just sort of sitting there and festering, which created another problem, and it took quite a fancy bit of footwork to unravel the whole lot. But in both of these cases, integrating the Earth surface ley line grid and getting that back to functioning allowed us to rebuild sections of the orbital crystalline grid that's floating, let me think, 85 kilometers above Earth. And this is an information grid. This is something that we've only just started working with very recently, and I won't say that I understand it properly or fully yet at all, but Gaia wants it built, Gaia wants it rehabilitated, so do we. Now, interestingly, in the last couple of days, basically everybody's been under attack, and I mean serious attack. The sort of attack where you call up your friends and go, hey, I'm having real problems, my head's not working straight. And so these, second or third healers are out there fixing these problems in our friends. It's our circles have been really busy with this. Everybody's been getting into fights with yet another imported army, which is half organic, half inorganic, half AI. And also they look like squids or octopuses. We just call them the octopus crew. I think they're a similar breed to the ones that we first encountered. Not the same, but similar to the ones we first encountered in the battle for Nepal. One of the ships that was fighting on the side of Light dropped what I call a light nuke and took out the dark side's major defenses there, their major emplacements. And so all of these squid beings just ran for it and tried to get out into orbit, and we rounded them up pretty quick. And these look like a similar breed. And so there's an army of them being sent to Earth now. Only about 25% of it has arrived, and because of the work we did today, the rest of it will not arrive. It can't penetrate into Earth's magnetosphere. The Gaia has been busy lately, and she has assembled her own fighting forces, which is the first time I've actually seen that. And I've been fighting on Gaia's behalf for a long time. And I think it makes the most sense that the narcissistic abuse patterning that the AI was working on Gaia, once we pulled that off, then she decided that she was going to start looking after herself and start sticking up for herself the way she should have been all along. And so today's battles were easier, calmer, gentler. We really cruised through them because Gaia did half of the work. Now, the target for today, sorry, that was quite a long intro, wasn't it? But the target for today was the North Pole. North Pole, they want to destabilize the North Pole and roll the Earth in its orbit. And for those of you who are familiar with torus fields, and if you've been watching this channel, you just might be. They want to shorten the central column until it reaches a certain point, and then when the center of gravity or the center of balance is compressed enough, that's when the Earth can roll over. That's when the poles can shift. And I saw some research by Archaics recently, and he was talking about calendars that do not note the seasons, which means that at some point in the past, Earth did not have a 23 degrees tilt. It had a straight tilt so that there were no seasons. But at some point in time, this is tilted before. And so now being this time of incredible craziness, of course, they're pushing to tilt that again. And it's one of the last efforts they've got. I really think they're running out of cards to play, and we're getting really close to the big event that everybody's hoping for, the organic timeline. Now, after clearing a number of different octopus type beings out of that area of the Earth, and they're trying to force the torus field flatter, or try to shrink the torus field. Once we pulled all of them out, the ley lines were very easy to rehabilitate, and so was the crystalline structure, which allowed Gaia to communicate with the sun differently. And we heard the oldest songs that are chanted in devotion to the sun, because the sun gives us everything. Without light for our plants to feed off, for us humans to enjoy, like, this planet wouldn't be worth living on. So Gaia gives everything to us, and the sun gives everything to Gaia. And so these devotional chants, we could hear them while we're repairing that relationship between Gaia and the sun. They're so beautiful. They're so sweet. They're so delightful. And a question I've had for the longest time for the yoga people is, like, what is the story behind the statement "sun salute"? Because I'm sure that there's more to the story, but I don't know. And the answers were hinted at in this part of the sun as we reconnected Gaia and the sun in a way that seems to have been blocked for quite some time. So anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. One of the things I just want you all to walk away with is that there are teams of very talented people who are working night and day to make sure that this planet is one that we want to live on, that the dark side do not prevail, and that Earth becomes the paradise it was meant to be. All right. Love to you all, and may the force be with you. Bye for now.